Actually, I'm going to use the same project that I already set for the hammer. So I'm just going to go under Recent Projects and open the Maya demo and make a new scene in that. So if you have not learned how to set your project and create a project window, go to my intro videos. The first series includes that. So I'm going to create a new scene, and not going to save the old one. File, forgot to save the scene, just save scene as, and I'm going to call this one Bearhead. You'd want to start a new project if you were going to use all new assets, all new materials, weren't using anything from the old project. But everything that you're going to be using in this project, you're going to want to have in your project folder. So by default, because this project was already set, it's going to look under Maya Demo Scenes, and I'm going to call this one. I'm also saving all of mine as Maya ASCII. By default, it's going to want Maya Binary. Maya Binaries are not backwards compatible. So I'm going to call this one Bearhead. Just continue if you're using a student version. And first thing I'm going to want to do is going to go into the 4-panel view. And I'm going to create a polygon primitive. I'm going to make a cube. Make sure this is a 1 by 1 by 1 cube with width divisions all 1, height and depth divisions all 1. So create. It'll close. It should. If it didn't, don't click create again. I'm going to turn all of the views except for my perspective view into wireframe. Whoops, wrong one. Some of these are popping up off screen. I've reduced the size of my window so the text is bigger so you can read it, but my screen's a lot bigger than this. So just if you hit number 4 and number 5, that toggles between wireframe and smooth shade all. Hitting F frames the box in all of the views. I want the front view and the side view to have the image of the bear, so I'm going to click on View, and under Image Plane, Import an Image. This window should pop up. I saved my drawing of the bear, the front and the side view, which I showed you how to do in the last video, under Source Images. So I want to make sure bear front and side. Is that really? Yeah, I guess it is it. Yikes. It's huge. By default in Maya, one of these squares is 1 centimeter. And I like that. I think this is like a teddy bear. I think your average teddy bear is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 centimeters wide. I guess that's, it's a small bear, but that's what it is. So I'm going to hit W to move the background image. I'm going to hit Insert to move the handle. So again, selecting this, hitting W to move, and then I'm going to hit Insert to move this handle. For the front view, I'm going to center this on the middle of the bear's face. Right where his head is. Right where his nose is. Right between his eyes. And then I'm going to hit Insert again to move the object, and then I'm going to grab this handle and center my image right in the middle of my field of view. Then I'm going to hit Spacebar. I'm going to go into the side view, and I'm going to move this way out of the way where I don't have to worry about that. In the front and the side view, orthographic does not get smaller as it moves farther away from the camera. That's just one of the key differences about it. It's why it's really good for organizing a front and side view. So I move this, no matter how far back I move it, it's never going to get smaller. If I move it too far forward, it will be in front of the box, and I don't want that. But I can't move it too far back. Then from the side view, I go under View, Image Plane, Import Image. I'm going to have the same same image for the front and the side view because it has the front and the side in the same picture. And then I'm going to hit Insert. Not what I meant. Sorry, I'm going to hit Spacebar, center that. I'm going to hit Insert, and I'm going to move the side of the bear's head. Oops, hit Insert. I'm going to move the side of the bear's head over to right about the middle of the head where the ears are. And hit Insert again, and I'm going to move this over to the center of the cube which I created. Next thing I'm going to do is hit Spacebar, select my cube. Yep, I forgot to move my image out of the way, so select it, move it out of the way. So it's, again, it only gets smaller in perspective views. The front, side, and top view are all orthographic, so no matter how far back I move it, it's not going to get so small that you can't see it. So next thing I want to do is I want to select my cube. I want to make it the same size as the bear head. So I'm going to hit R for resize, and I'm going to grab this center one to expand it on all axes and get it about the right size of the bear head. First I'm going to start with the front view and center it up. That's close. R for resize it a little bit smaller. Alright, that's just about right for the top and the bottom. What I'm doing to judge the scale is the top and the bottom of the head of the bear. Then I go over into the side view, and because I used a piece of graph paper, I know the top and the bottom of this are the same size. So what I'm going to change next is the position and the scale of the drawing, not of the box, because I don't want to keep going back and forth, okay? So I get it right about centered, hit R for resize, and I shrink my bear head down to just about the size of the drawing. And what we have now is a pair of drawings, and the cube is size relative from the front and from the side views. And that's all we're going to do in this video. In the next video, we're going to start sculpting this to look more like a bear. We're going to mirror the geometry and smooth, and we're going to get into that next.